On 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that. Super tough.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now it's gone. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, we'll send you to Orlando and Larry Ridley as he'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. But no touchdown. These guys need to give Larry some touchdowns to talk about.
Things are too easy for him right now back in the studio. Come on, guys. Help the man out. Give him something to talk about. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Out of the gun, gone. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11th. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is... my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break.
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now. pass. Don't spill on me, that's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. At Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lockjaw got me speaking slow like, I'm blessed, I don't GA. I'm tryna, yes on yes on yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't no. Say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies man. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Move switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah, was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. I'm tryna yes on yes on yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't no. Say less.
Sheesh. What you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind. I popped. Sheesh. I swear this lockjaw got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh. Get it. My favorite rush.
Everybody.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now Gurley, space to maneuver at the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
On first down, gone. And he'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Gurley again here on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The throw on second down is gone. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. This one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here come the Eagles. Last week, 31-3 over Chicago. You see Carson Wentz and company. They're now 10-1, 9 straight victories, and 10-1 for the first time since 2004, Charles.
And that season culminated in a Super Bowl appearance against the New England Patriots. And the 9th straight win, that ties the franchise record from 1960 and 2003. This team is just, they're racking up records each and every time out. Carson Wentz has been a marvel. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. The team is playing so well, and 4 straight wins, partner, by 23 or more points. This team is not just winning, they're doing it impressively.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Throwing now is Wentz. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. A shotgun snap for Gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, That means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop a bold nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Back to throw, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Goff now looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be at.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
They run with Ajayi. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Michael Kendricks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Gone. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They are going for it. Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, and they've got it here with a first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Goff on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Goff. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Again they run with Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to roam now. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Into the red zone, Wentz. And he rifles one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Alec Ogletree coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. Letting one go deep for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here's Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be brought down, and looks like right at the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Goff. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing on first is Wentz. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. It's over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Here's Goff now on second down. A deep ball for Gurley. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Rams on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Goff. He's going to look deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, it's gone. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and that'll make it third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Gone. And that will be incomplete as well.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion try.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
Garrett Blunt, the 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Garrett Blunt, 70 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play. Give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second and 10. Goff again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. And it's third down.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. They're going to go for it. It's gone. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw on second down is gone. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Rams on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is third and 10. Now Goff, and he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too. So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something. They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And they'll go Wentz to Blount here. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now Blount. And Blount loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover.
Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise. Methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. On 1st and 10, Goff. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's second down.
And we got a second here. Let's look at the playoff picture in the NFC, Charles. What's interesting is you've got 3 teams from the NFC South that would be in right now if the season ended today, but they're not the top team.
No, they're not the top team because the top team is unquestionably, in my mind, the Philadelphia Eagles at 10-1. Doing it on both sides of the ball, special teams. I think they can play any style of game any team wants to present. But when you start jumbling up everyone else, this is going to be fun over the next few weeks because they're all going to essentially play each other. You mentioned the NFC South. All those teams have to do battle. This is going to be a lot of fun. In fact, I think the Panthers end up going to the Saints in a week or two. So this is going to be crazy.
The Rams on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is gone. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. They are going for it. Goff going deep here for... And got his man complete. An unbelievable play there on 4th and long. And even 40 yards. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's brought down. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first. Now a handoff for Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards. To Smallwood, and he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, That's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the gun, here's Goff. And his throw is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. Touchdown, L.A. Sammy Watkins, 61 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They start on the ground here with Blunt. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. Wentz now on 1st down. Airing it out deep for Smith. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
After the success they had on the 2nd play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle of the block as the defense just did there?
Sure. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. The stuff to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They run for it with a giant. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Eagles are going to have a 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Oh, a good move at the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Rams have got it back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. Another carry now for Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. play fake here on first down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Wentz to throw. It's caught on the right side of Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, 31 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried? About playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message. The team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to...
120!
Get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
He finds an opening past the 40. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On first down, it's gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and now it's second down.
Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Second down now after the incompletion. Here's Goff. And he comes back with one complete. Goff finding fellow second-year man Higbee for a Rams first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Goff on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Back to the air. Goff on second down. Right side complete. That's Woods. That goes for a gain of 31. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining in the red zone this time. From the red zone now, Goff. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. He's at the 50, 30, 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed two, but this one is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Rather you than me. If you've been with me from Port of Miami, it's been a journey.